It's summer, and along with that goes summer drinks, and today we are making some summer drinks using Malibu, because a little while ago I was making a piña colada on the show, and Malibu happened to see it, and they said, Greg, we've got a recipe for a piña colada. Would you put that on your show? And I said, yes, I will do that. I will put your Malibu Piña Colada on the show. Let's do that. And so thank you, Malibu, for sponsoring this episode. And we're going to do the Malibu Piña Colada and a couple of other drinks. Let's do it right now. Malibu Piña Colada. Do-do-do-do. Doobity-doo. Whoop-whoop-whoop. So this is the Malibu Piña Colada, and it's made in a shaker, actually, not a blender. I know, that's somewhat surprising, right? It's a shaken piña colada. That's the way they like to do it, and that's the way we're gonna do it today. And it starts with a half an ounce of lime juice. And some of you might be noticing that the How to Drink bar is looking a little different. I tried to snazz it up. Let's see how many lime halves it takes to get to half an ounce. That's actually about almost a half an ounce. Almost, not quite. Half an ounce of lime juice. 1 ounce of cream of coconut. It's stupid simple to make your own, and you totally should. This is nothing more than equal parts full-fat coconut milk from a can, sugar, and a pinch of salt. That's all it is. And you heat it up until it's syrup. I need 2 ounces of pineapple juice, 2 ounces of fresh pineapple juice going right on in there, and 2 ounces of Malibu. There you go, Malibu. Let's get some ice to shake it up. Give that a shake. Get your Malibu glass out. There we go. We're gonna garnish that with 4 leaves from a pineapple and a pineapple slice. Probably like half a piece. Just gonna stick it on there. There you have it, the Malibu Piña Colada. I'm gonna eat this. This is delicious. I love me some pineapple. Never let a good garnish go to waste. Let's have a taste. That is a sweet and coconutty over here. That is a sweet and coconutty flavor bomb. It kind of calls to mind chasing down the Italian ice truck when I was a kid on the Jersey Shore and getting a coconut Italian ice. That is the official Malibu Piña Colada. It is a coconutty flavor bomb of explosive coconutty flavor bombingness. And I'm legally only allowed to have 1 little sip. That's cool. That's how you make a Malibu Piña Colada. So I had my own ideas about Malibu cocktails for the summer, and this one, I'm still working on a name of it. I'm gonna come up with it right now while I describe it. The idea here is that it's a melding of an Irish coffee and a Coquito. I thought that was a really fun idea, and that Malibu would work well here. So what am I gonna call it? I'm gonna call it a Cafe Coquito. I like that. Yeah, so this is how you make a Cafe Coquito. We're gonna start with a half an ounce of heavy cream. There we go. I just broke the handle off of my jigger. I need half an ounce of coconut cream. I need 3/4 of an ounce of Kahlua, 1.5 ounces of Powers Irish whiskey, and 1 ounce of Malibu. And I need 1 ounce of cold brew coffee. There we go. Shake that up some eyes. Give this a good shake. The glass and a piece of ice. I don't know that there's enough coffee-based like summer drinks, you know? There we go. I call this Cafe Coquito. Need to garnish that with a little bit of fresh nutmeg. Just grate it right on the top there. There we go. Cafe Coquito. I love that. That is awesome. That is super tasty. Sometimes drinks all come together. Here, they almost march through a progression, but in a way that's really pleasing. I like that. Blast the nutmeg up front, coffee, sweet and creamy, coconut undercurrents all the way through, tying it together. I know it seemed like a lot of coconut, but it really isn't. And then it finishes on just this really wonderfully malty note of Irish whiskey. That's a tasty drink. Excellent. Liking that. This next drink I call a Rikki-Tikki-Tavi-Tini. I don't know why, I do. I call it the Rikki-Tikki-Tavi-Tini. It is like a coconut martini kind of thing, okay? You might get it, you might understand why. It's got something to do with the elements of bergamot that are gonna be in here that push it into the direction of a Earl Grey tea. So we're gonna start with some lemon juice. You need to get a lemon sliced. Get your shaker and your jigger. And let's do 1/2 ounce of lemon juice. My mouth wants to say lime juice so bad. Half an ounce of Italicus. People used to ask me all the time, Greg, what can I do with Italicus? This is one thing you can do with Italicus. It's a bergamot liqueur. Similar flavor profile to like the orange notes in Earl Grey tea. Need 1.5 ounces of London Dry Gin, Monkey 47, and 1 ounce of Malibu coconut rum. It's a crazy combo, I know, but it actually works. Shake that up. Ice. Shaky dakey doo. Strain that into your glass. Gonna garnish this with a twist of lemon. Let's see if I can get a little bit creative with that. This is the Rikki-Tikki-Tini. I love that drink. That is so refreshing. The interplay of the bergamot and the coconut and the Malibu work so much better than you expect them to. And they really kind of just like accentuate the gin. Like everything in here is actually working pretty well together. I'm not gonna lie. If you wanted to tweak it, you could probably go 3/4 of an ounce on the Malibu. It does have like a lingering coconut note that kicks in at the very end here. I don't find it to be too much or overpowering or anything like that, but it is maybe 1 decibel louder than the other ingredients, which is fine. I mean, the drink should feature Malibu. The lemon, coconut, gin, bergamot that this opens with, and there's like a floral note in there too. I think that's coming from the Monkey 47. That's really good. That's an awesome drink. As far as a martini-ish drink, I like the Rikki-Tikki-Tini quite a lot. Well, I said I was gonna do 3 drinks for the summer with Malibu. These are them. I am gonna thank Malibu one more time for sponsoring this episode, and I will see all of the rest of you next time on How to Drink. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.